So, you've just woken up, stumbled to the kitchen, and there it is, right on your doormat. A dead bird, or maybe it's a decapitated mouse. Your cat sits nearby, tail curled neatly, staring at you like, well, aren't you proud of me? It's gross. It's confusing. And honestly, kind of hilarious. But here's the kicker. That gift isn't what you think it is. Today, we are diving into the bizarre and brilliant world of cat behavior and uncovering the real reason your feline friend keeps leaving crime scenes around the house. Spoiler, it has nothing to do with being polite. Let's start with the most important misconception. Your cat is not bringing you dead animals as a thoughtful present. No, they didn't read an etiquette manual and think, ah yes, nothing says I appreciate you like a decaying vole. What's really going on here is something much more primal. Instinct. Cats are hunters by nature. Even your fluffy little tabby who naps 18 hours a day and panics when a leaf blows inside the house. Their instincts go way, way back. And those instincts, they're screaming, I must hunt, I must teach, I must feed my helpless human. That's right. Your cat thinks you're a completely useless hunter, a total lost cause. And so, they've taken it upon themselves to train you. In their eyes, you're just a big, hairless, incompetent kitten who would starve without their intervention. Now let's rewind a few thousand years to understand where this behavior comes from. Cats were first domesticated around 7500 BC, but let's be real. They've never fully surrendered to the idea of being pets. Dogs? Sure. Dogs joined the pack. They said, "You're my master now." Cats? They said, "We'll move in, but we're still in charge, and we'll be keeping our wild side, thank you very much." Modern cats descend from fierce, solitary hunters. Unlike dogs, they haven't been extensively selectively bred to suppress their natural instincts. Out of over 400 recognized dog breeds, there are only 42 officially registered cat breeds in the TICA. In short, they're still wild at heart, just wearing a slightly fluffier coat. Next up, let's look at what happens in the wild. Mother cats teach their kittens how to hunt by, bringing home dead or half-dead prey. It's Cat Hunting School 101. The curriculum goes something like this. First day. Here's a dead mouse. Observe it. Second day. Here's a wounded mouse. Practice your pounce. Final exam. Go catch your own dinner, Junior. So when your cat drags a dead bird into your living room at 5 a.m., they're not saying thank you or I love you. They're saying, "Here, I noticed you haven't hunted anything today. Again, let me show you how it's done, you pathetic, hairless disappointment." Moving on to another fascinating aspect. You might be thinking, okay, so my cat's just hungry and wants to share? Not exactly. The mind-blowing truth is that cats don't always kill for food. In fact, studies show cats will hunt even when they're stuffed fuller than a Thanksgiving turkey. Outdoor cats can kill up to 20 small animals per day and not eat a single one. Not one bite. Why? Because hunting and eating are completely separate behaviors for felines. They stalk, they pounce, they kill, then they get bored and walk away. My work here is done. Some even carry the prey around like it's a trophy, like a tiny, unfortunate handbag. Cat fashion, so hot right now. This is especially true for female cats. Mother cats are hardwired to care for helpless creatures. And unfortunately for you, if your cat sees you as part of the family, she might think you're just a big, clueless kitten in desperate need of survival training. Adorable? Yes. A little insulting? Also yes. Your cat essentially thinks you're an evolutionary dead end without their help. But wait, there's more. Veterinarians and animal behaviorists have studied this bizarre phenomenon for decades. One key finding: cats don't just drop dead prey at your feet for fun. It's communication. Sophisticated, bloody, multi-layered communication. Experts say it can signal several things. Territory marking. This is my turf. And also, here's my kill. Your cat is essentially putting up a small deceased billboard announcing their prowess. Survival training. Watch closely, weak human. This is how it's done. They're genuinely trying to teach you a valuable life skill. Bonding behavior. I provide for my family. That includes you, sofa creature. It's their way of contributing to the household economy. What's particularly fascinating is that even your indoor cat, who's never set paw outside, still has that predator wiring. That's why she'll hunt socks, or bugs, or that one rogue string under the couch. And that's why she might proudly meow and present her stuffed mouse toy to you like it's a freshly caught squirrel. Same instinct, different victim. Same disappointed look when you fail to appreciate their hunting mastery. Here's where it gets even more interesting. There's something deeply funny about the whole situation when you think about it. You come home after a long day of work. You open the door, and there's a squirrel tail in your hallway. Meanwhile, your cat is just chilling, completely unbothered. Like, "You're welcome. No need to thank me for saving your life again." Or worse, they drop it right into your bed. Nothing like spooning next to a dead lizard to say sweet dreams. Your cat watching you with those judgmental eyes. I brought it to where you sleep because clearly you need the most help with hunting. You're welcome. Even more amusing? Cats sometimes bring live animals into the house. Bird flapping, mouse running under the fridge. You're screaming, chasing it with a bucket. Your cat just watches, calm, judging, like they're waiting to see if their training finally paid off. Spoiler alert, they still think you suck at it. Your frantic efforts to catch the terrified mouse only confirm their suspicions that you're hopeless. Look at this disaster. Can't even catch a half-dead mouse I practically gift-wrapped for them. At this point, you might be wondering what you can do about this little serial killer living in your home. Well, you have a few options. Option number 1. Keep your cat indoors. Seriously, indoor cats are safer, healthier, and far less likely to drag corpses into your kitchen. Though be prepared for them to transfer all that hunting energy to your ankles at 3 a.m. Option number 2. Redirect the instinct. Give them hunting toys, laser pointers, feather wands, food puzzle toys, anything that lets them simulate the thrill of stalking and killing. You might look ridiculous waving a feather on a stick around your living room, but it beats finding half a frog in your shoe. Option number 3. Stay calm. Don't punish your cat. They're not doing it out of malice. They genuinely think they're helping. And in their own strange, slightly psychopathic way. They are. It's the thought that counts. Even if that thought is, my human is the worst hunter in the history of evolution. Finally, let's wrap this up with some perspective. Next time your cat leaves a dead bird on your porch, or a gecko in your shoe, don't freak out. Take a deep breath. And remember, they're not gross, they're not rude. They just think you're hopeless. And they're trying to help the only way they know how. Still feel offended? Well, consider it a backhanded compliment. Because in your cat's eyes, you are family. You're part of the pride, and you're worth feeding, even if you suck at hunting. Your cat loves you enough to try to keep you alive, despite your obvious deficiencies as a predator. And that's kind of beautiful, in a twisted, slightly gory way. So next time you find a present from your cat, maybe say thank you. Then discreetly dispose of it when they're not looking. After all, no one wants to hurt their cat's feelings, especially when they might be right about our hunting skills. If you've ever received a gift from your cat, dead or alive, tell us your story in the comments. We need to hear these. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with a fellow cat owner who deserves to know the truth. We'll see you next time, hopefully not with a mouse in your bed.